Hello and welcome to the Cleaners app webinar. My name is Louie and today I will run you through the Cleaners app and show you what's included in it. So the Cleaners app is a business software that's been created or designed by Formitize to streamline the operations of your cleaning services or cleaning services business. It manages all different aspects of your cleaning business. So from booking in jobs, scheduling jobs, right down to invoicing, automated reminders, sending out client contracts to clients, as well as a client management system as well. So let's get started. So when creating a new Cleaners app account, you will have access to the web portal and the app. We'll first look at the app and then we will also jump into the web portal. So the app has been designed to use on the go. Let's look at forms and reports first. So there are different templates of forms that are created or we have created for the cleaning industry. These are just templates and they can be changed or edited to suit your needs as well. So if we were to look at something like the window cleaning report, again, the fields and the options in that form can be modified or changed to whatever you'd like. So if there's something that's not needed or the wording needs to change, all of that can be done in the web portal using the form builder as well. When these forms are submitted, they can be sent straight to the client as well. So if it's proposals or job reports that our cleaners are doing, they can simply fill in or capture information on that form, submit it, and that can be sent to the client straight away. It can also be sent to a user on the account or to a separate email address, such as an account or an admin team that need to create invoices or whatever the workflow or process would be for that then. When we look at our forms, so when forms have been completed or submitted, they'll move to our submitted forms section. And in here, we can view those forms or reports. We can resubmit them. So if we've made any mistakes on them, we can simply just change what we need on that form. And then we can resubmit those forms or reports from there as well. So as you can see, it's a fairly simple and straightforward form. This, again, like I've mentioned, we can change this or edit this to whatever you need to be. So if you have different services that you provide and you want different forms or templates for those different services, that's possible. These forms, yeah, they can be changed or edited to whatever you need to have on them as well. With these forms that are completed or submitted, so from the app, we are able to swipe left on them and we can change the status of them. We can clone these forms. We can re-email them if they haven't been sent already. We can download PDF of them or we can print them from here as well. We'll then move on to our jobs section on the app. So this would be where the cleaners would be able to see jobs that they have been assigned to. So if they have been assigned to a specific job, that will show up. If you are simply just creating all your jobs and putting them in the queue, those cleaners can then go and select which jobs they want to do. And they're not specifically assigned to any users. In here, we've got 2 jobs that we've created. We can then click into those jobs and whoever's completing or needing to complete them can see all the information they need about those jobs as well. So there is an invoice attached to this job as well. Again, that can be hidden if that's something that you don't need those users to have access to. This invoice can be edited or sent straight from the app as well. And then we can see the location of the job as well, where we need to go. We can also view client information from here. And then we can message those clients to say that we're on our way, or we can start the job when we're ready, or if we're running late, we can message them as well. So for this one, we can start that job. You'll see the job forms shows up at the bottom of that. So that would then mean the cleaner would click on that cleaning service record. They'll complete that, they'll fill that in. And once they're done with that, they'll complete that and submit that form. That form for that job has then been completed. They'll complete that job as well. And that's the process of a cleaner using the app completing a job that way. We'll move on, just have a look at, go back to our jobs. Yep, so once that job, I haven't completed that now, but once that job's been completed, that's marked as complete, and on the web portal, our technicians or other admin staff can see how long that job took, and they can see the job reports from there as well. Users can also create new jobs from the app. So if you're on the road or on the go and you need to create jobs quickly, you're not always on the computer or on the web portal, you can simply just select the preset job type templates that we've created in here. Clients or customer, you can select that would pull from the CRM, or you can add new clients directly from the app if you need to, and it will save them to the CRM for future use, and that way you'll have all the information for future jobs as well. Quotes and invoices can be created. By default, we'll have that cleaning service record attached to the regular cleaning job type template. Again, we'll run through that in the web portal, and we can change or edit those job type templates to whatever we need to be. Once we're ready with this, we can select start times or dates for these jobs. We can then make it a recurring job. So if it's ongoing or regular cleaning work that we need to complete, we can set the frequency for that as well. So if it's every month, every fortnight, every week, or every day, we can choose that. And going forward, then that job will be created as a placeholder in our scheduler, and then eventually created as a job for someone to complete at that time or a certain time frame before that job is due. All right, that's jobs from the app. Then we will then move on and look at resources. So resources could be any documents that you would need users to have access to. So safety data sheets for cleaning products that they're using. If it's company policies, procedures that you want to store in here, and those cleaners have access to that, that can be done as well. So this one, I've added a few cleaning agent safety data sheets in here, and we can very quickly and easily open them and refer to them from here as well. We can also set expiry dates on these resources. So if this is something that needs to be renewed every year, an expiry date reminder will go out, and that will prompt that user to then update these documents as well. We will look at this in the web portal as well. So we'll run through that when we get to the web portal. Contacts from the app as well. So again, if you are not wanting cleaners or users to see this information, we can set up those permissions for them as well. But it's very quickly or very easy to jump into contacts from the app and see information about those contacts, jobs that we've got or that we've completed for them, notes on those contacts, leads or pipeline if we have created any of those, and then invoices for those clients or contacts or quotes as well. So it's very easy to see all of that information on our clients, and we can also create new contacts from the app as well. So if you get a phone call or an email address, we can simply capture that client's information in here straight from the app. Next, we will move on to accounts. So we can create quotes or invoices straight from the app. We can also turn these quotes into invoices or jobs if we need to, and we can mark these as paid from here as well. So we can create new invoices if we need to from the app. We can open those invoices, we can edit them, we can email them from here, we can print them. This one, you'll see we can convert that to a job as well. And with our integration software to Xero and QuickBooks, these would push back to accounting package software systems as well. So that eliminates the need to double handle all of this information. So your contacts and your invoices are automatically pushed between the two systems. All right, next we will move on to the diary. So that is a calendar view for our users, and they can see jobs that they've got booked in. They can set that up in a different view. So if it's a month, a week, a list view of those jobs that they've got booked in from the app then. If you have any questions or you get stuck with anything, we do have a user guide that you can get to from the app. So there are various articles, videos, things in there that you can look at to get help or support. If you can't find what you're looking for, please contact us. So send through a request via the support ticket. So from the app, you can simply click on there and then say exactly what you are needing help with, and someone from our support team will get back to you on that. All right, let's jump over to the web portal, and then we will show you around in there as well. All right, this is the web portal where we can manage our account as well. So the back end of the system where we can set up additional forms, invoices, so we can do everything that we can do on the app and a little bit more as well. So once we are signed in, we'll see our dashboard, gives us a quick overview of information that's happened in our system, and also we can have a few quick actions. So just needing to get to those different options very quickly from here. We'll jump into the CRM and look at that. So clients or contacts, we've got a few in here already. We can import contacts from other systems if you need to do that. So if you're able to export them from other systems, or you've got a CSV file or spreadsheet of those contacts already, we can look at just making sure that those fields or they are formatted correctly, so that all of that will be imported correctly into here as well. As we mentioned earlier as well, if you have Xero or QuickBooks and you've got clients or contacts in there already with that integration, they will be imported automatically for you as well. So you won't even need to worry about importing any contacts for that. When we jump back and look at our contacts in here, we can click into our particular contacts, and this is our page of where we can see all our information for those contacts as well. So we can communicate with them from here, we can have notes on them from here, we can have this set up so if there's multiple people for these clients or companies, we can add them in here. Same with locations, so that when we are doing those services or invoices, all of that information would link back to the CRM and be displayed correctly on those forms, reports, invoices, quotes, any of that information as well. In here as well, we have an activity where we can see jobs that we've done or are going to do for our clients. Same with forms, reports, documents, invoices. So all of this information links back to the CRM, and it makes it very easy to find exactly what we're looking for. So if a client were to come and say, hey, I need this report or this invoice from this month, very simple to jump in here and find that information and just resend it to them as well. All right, we'll run through reporting within the CRM as well. So the reporting option gives us or has the functionality to run reports on any of our information relating to our clients. So if at the end of the month you want to see how many invoices are unpaid or how many have been paid, how many jobs particular users have done or not done if they haven't been completed, this is a good place to get all of that information from. So we can set filters up for that, so select the date ranges or information that we're looking for, and then download CSV of that information for us as well. All right, we'll move on to our forms and reports. So for the cleaning app, we have a fair few templates included in there already. It is important to note we can change these at any time. So if you don't like something or something's not working, you want different fields in that form, you can simply go into the form builder, or take these templates in there and then make those changes, deploy them, and that's the forms or those changes are active immediately as well. So if we were looking at something like this window cleaning report, we can change the name of that, give a description to it, do version control. So these details, if you want to fill that in, you can, and save that as well when you're done. We can then move into the form builder. And this is a drag and drop form builder. So on the left hand side, you've got a toolbox with your different fields that you would need or use on a form. when you double click on the fields in here or on that particular field, you'll have an option for field settings on the right. And then it's simply just a matter of dragging and dropping the question that we want or the field that we want from the toolbox into our form. And we can then go ahead and double click and edit that in here as well. We'll save those drafts as we go. And once we're happy with what we've done, we'll deploy or publish these templates as well. These forms can have actions behind them as well. So when a cleaner or when any user submits these forms, they can be sent to the client straight away. So this one has the option or the ability to send to that client email. So when it's submitted, it will send it to the client straight away. And then we can have, or if you want to have actions set up behind different questions, that can be done as well. This form has an option to take photos in, and all of these questions will set according to how we've answered the form. So if we say, are there any issues? Yes, these will appear on the form, and we'll then need to fill in that additional information as well. With this form or report, so anything like I mentioned, we can change it, we can double click, we can remove options, we can add options, just to get this form to what we need it to be as well. So just always remember that anything can be changed in these forms or reports. This form currently has a sign off for the client at the bottom, so a signature field where they can sign. And then once this is submitted, this can be emailed to additional email addresses as well. So that can be someone in an office or someone that needs to get a copy of that report as well. We'll look at form actions as well. So these can be set up to do, or it's an action that needs to happen once these forms are submitted. These ones are just email actions set up. So they are linked to those fields on the form where it's the client email address. So that question where we say yes, client's email's in there and it will be submitted. Additional actions would be we can create clients or contacts from this form as well. So if it's a web form, which are included in the Cleaners app, the web form functionality, client can go onto a website, fill in that form or report or an inquiry form, and their information is saved to the CRM or captured as a lead straight from there as well. So that's a good example of how web forms can improve that process as well. So it's not just a form someone's filling in, it's information that's actually captured for us automatically, and we can get notified about that as well. So that very quickly eliminates that need to double handle that information. So I get an email, then I contact the client, all of that information can be saved straight away, and that's a more efficient way of handling that information. All right. Submitted forms, so once those forms are completed, we can set up different submitted form tabs if we need to. So this is an example of a few submitted forms that are in that account already. Those cleaning service records, we can open them from here. And just like the app, we can resubmit them if we need to as well. So this would give us an idea of what that form or that report would look like. And we can then go through and edit or send this straight away to a client if we need to resend this as well. So this is just an example of that cleaning service record. So client's information are filled in there. Photos on the report. So there's some damaged areas that the cleaner has noticed when they were cleaning the bathroom, and they've added that on that form and report. And then it's just been ticked off what's been cleaned. And then if you need to capture hours on there as well, materials that they've used, and additional photos of the job that they've completed as well. Next, we will move on to jobs. And first, we will take a look at job type templates. So what we've done here is we've created job type templates specifically for the cleaning industry. So if we were to look at the regular cleaning one, These could have names or descriptions on here of what needs to be completed, a duration set for those. So that's the amount of time that will be blocked out on the scheduler for the regular cleaning job site template. These can be adjusted, of course. And then any forms or reports that the cleaners would need to complete with these job types. With this as well, we can also add a safety first form. So if there are certain sites where the cleaners would need to complete safety forms before they start, or induction forms, this could be a good way to ensure that those are completed, as they won't be able to complete the job reports until those pre-start safety forms are filled in. Once we've finished or added more forms, what we need in here, we can save that. And then we will look at job status updates. So for the regular cleaning, or this particular template that we're looking at, we've created 2 email templates. Currently, they are disabled, so they can be disabled. And then what these will do is, when that job is created, an email will go out to the client or the customer, letting them know that they booked in for that date and time for that particular job. As with the form templates, these can all be edited and adjusted as well. So we have a section in here where you can format this to have it look a certain way if you need. And we can also have or get access by using control space to the placeholders within the system. So that would pull information from the jobs or from the client or the user, and it would put that into that communication every time for us. So these are just 2 that we've set up. So one is when the job's created, when the job's complete, again, to let the client know that that job has been completed as well. We can also send additional or future reminders as well. So these can be email or text message, so same as the job status updates, and they can go out at a certain time. So if it's a few days before, or a few days, weeks, months after you've completed that job. And these can be used in a variety of different ways. If it's just an annual reminder that you want to go out, or another reminder a few days before you are due to arrive at that job, this is a good way to automate all of that communications for you as well. Then we've got line items sitting with these job type templates as well. So what we can do is, for the regular cleaning template that we're looking at now, if we charge a similar rate for these services, we can have that line item set up there, and that will create that invoice for us when we create that job as well. So can save us time to not having to go and manually create that invoice for that job type every single time. Then we can also look at setting this job up as a recurring job type profile. So if it's a regular cleaning for certain clients or customers, we can customize these profiles to be ongoing on different frequencies as well. So if it's monthly, fortnightly, whatever the frequency needs to be, we can go and set that up, and then going forward, those future jobs would be created for us, or created as placeholders in the scheduler, but then be booked in automatically a few days before those jobs due, depending on the settings in here. Once we're done with that, we can go ahead and save that, and then that will be that job type template that's now created or customized for us to use. Next, we will look at the scheduler. So different ways we can get there. We can click scheduler from here, or go jobs scheduler. And this is where we can manage or see our different jobs that we've got to do. This we can customize, or we can set this up in a way that's comfortable for us to look at. So if it's day, week, or month view, and then we can select how we want to look at this information. So we can set the increments on the time there. We can set our working days. We can set the size of that as well. So all of that can be customized to be comfortable for the user on whichever way they want to look at this information. So we've got a few jobs in here. hovering over these jobs gives us an example of what needs to be completed, and we can also click into these jobs and then edit them or make changes to them if we need to do that as well. We can also see the status of these jobs. So this will let us know or notify us in here that those jobs have been started or they're in progress. So we can see if those cleaners have started or are completing those jobs from the scheduler as well. Jumping into these jobs once they've been completed, we can also look at the job history and see when they've been started and created, or when those cleaners have finished them as well. So it gives us a good idea of how long the cleaners actually took on those jobs. If we need to do that for timesheets or any other reason that we need to see how long we're spending on certain jobs, this is a good way to look at it as well. Then we will go through, so that's pretty much most of it for now. Anything else, your company logo that you add to the account will push through to invoices and reports as well. So that's automatically happening for you in the background. And we can also help or assist with the setup of that as well. So if you were to create a trial account and activate the account, our team will do a 30-minute virtual walkthrough with you. And then going forward, if you do decide to activate, we'll do another complimentary 1-hour setup session where we can go through and answer more questions or help you set up the account to customize it to how you would need the account to be as well. Similar to in the app, we can always get help from the web portal. So we can jump into the user guide from here. That will show up in our screen and we can search our question through there. Or if you can't find what you're looking for in there, you can always raise a ticket with our support team and someone will get back to you. So just down here, we'll go contact support. Make sure your information is filled in there and as much information as what you are needing help with, and someone from our team will give you an answer on that. Once again, thank you very much for taking time to join the webinar today, and we look forward to seeing you again in the future. Thank you.